Your true identity is about to be revealed in a way that will astonish even you. Because the time has come for the noble things I placed deep within you to no longer remain hidden beneath fear, doubt, or the judgments of others. For a long stretch of your journey, you viewed yourself through distorted mirrors formed by rejection, failure, and the times you were misunderstood. You once believed that you could become only the version of yourself that circumstances permitted, that you could advance only as far as the limits others placed upon you, and that you deserved only what life reluctantly offered. But today, I want you to lay down all those old definitions, because they never fully reflected the person I created you to be. A strong, clear, and courageous self is awakening within you, not so that you may become greater than others, but so that you will stop making yourself smaller in places that never understood the value you carry. My beloved child, what I am doing is not turning you into someone entirely unfamiliar. I am leading you back to the authentic person who was buried beneath years of self-doubt. Before you heard the words that wounded you, before you were abandoned in the moments when you most needed support, I already knew the qualities you would carry. You were not created by the wounds of your past, and your weakest days have no authority to determine your future. There were times when you acted out of fear, accepted less than you deserved, or remained silent when you should have protected your peace. Yet those choices are not your final name. They were only the traces of someone who did not yet understand the strength within. Now I am helping you recognize that you can choose differently, walk differently, and build a life unlike the one you once believed you had to endure. The restlessness you have felt recently is not a sign that you are losing your way. It is the movement of old things that are no longer wide enough to contain the person you are becoming. Conversations that once interested you now feel empty. Connections you once struggled to preserve no longer bring peace. Goals you once pursued tirelessly no longer awaken your heart. You may have wondered why you are changing so quickly. But in truth, this transformation has been quietly developing for a long time. I used every experience to broaden your understanding, teaching you to distinguish between what brings you attention and what truly nourishes you, between temporary praise and lasting growth, and between belonging to a crowd and remaining faithful to the quiet calling within you. There is a reason you have often felt different, as though you could never completely fit into the patterns around you. You once considered this a flaw. You tried to adjust yourself in order to be accepted, and at times you even concealed your finest qualities because you were afraid of appearing too unusual. But you do not need to be ashamed of that difference. I did not create you to be a copy of anyone else. Nor do I require you to follow a path simply because it makes you easier for others to understand. I placed within you a distinct way of seeing, a particular sensitivity, and the ability to recognize things that many people overlook. This once caused you to feel alone. But you will come to understand that separation during certain seasons was not rejection. It was the necessary space for you to hear the voice within without having it distorted by the noise of other people's expectations. Through the times you were misunderstood, I was teaching you that you do not need to explain yourself to everyone. During the seasons when you were overlooked, I was helping you stop depending upon outward approval to determine your worth. When doors closed, I was showing you that not every place you are able to enter is a place where you should remain. When certain people left, I was releasing you from the need to preserve connections that had already fulfilled their purpose. All these things caused pain. but they also removed from you the habit of chasing approval. Because of this, you are becoming someone who can stand firmly without needing everyone's agreement. Make decisions without being ruled by the fear of disappointing others. And walk in peace, even when no one else can yet see the whole road ahead. The renewed identity being revealed within you will not appear through noise or pride. It will be recognized in the way you no longer react hastily to provocation. No longer sacrifice your peace in order to win an argument. And no longer return to places that repeatedly caused you to lose yourself. You will begin to speak from steadiness rather than from pain. Choose through discernment rather than through fear of abandonment. And love with a heart that has boundaries, instead of allowing others to use your kindness however they please. True strength does not make you cold. It makes you gentle without being weak, compassionate without being blind, forgiving while still knowing when it is time to walk away. This is evidence that you are no longer living through old reflexes, but are entering the maturity I have patiently cultivated within you. I also want you to understand that you do not need to accomplish something extraordinary in the eyes of the world in order to prove that you were chosen for a noble purpose. Your mission may begin through very quiet acts, a word that helps someone in despair recover hope, an honest decision made when no one is watching, a healthy boundary that ends a cycle of pain that has continued for years, or the perseverance to keep doing good before you can see any result. Do not despise these small things. Faithfulness in ordinary life creates the foundation for larger doors. When you preserve a pure heart in a place filled with competition, treat others kindly without demanding repayment, and rise after failure without becoming bitter, you reveal a strength deeper than all the applause of the world. From this point forward, outward changes will begin to reflect what has already been transformed within you. You will notice that you are no longer attracted to opportunities that require you to betray your principles. No longer feel compelled to keep people who appear only when they need something. And no longer fear the empty space left behind when you release what is unsuitable. That emptiness is not punishment. It is room for something more sincere to enter. I will bring connections that respect your growth, opportunities that do not require you to hide your true self, and paths where your gifts can be used in ways that bring peace rather than exhaustion. Even so, walk slowly and remain awake, because you no longer need to grasp at everything out of fear that no other opportunity will come. Look back upon your journey with gratitude rather than shame. The person you once were did the best they could with the understanding they possessed at that time. Do not despise the version of yourself who trembled, hesitated, or made mistakes, because that person still tried to carry you through days that seemed impossible to survive. Now you can gently place your hand upon old memories and declare that they no longer have the right to control the present. Keep the lesson, but do not continue carrying self-condemnation. Keep the wisdom, but release the bitterness. Acknowledge what happened, but do not use it as a prophecy over your future. This is how your true identity is restored, not by denying the past, but by placing it in its proper position. Therefore, lift your head and receive yourself through new eyes. You are not the rejection you received, the door that closed, the failure that took years to recover from, or the limitations you once believed could never be overcome. You are the one who survived difficult seasons while preserving kindness, passed through loneliness while retaining the ability to love, and fell many times without ever truly abandoning the light. This identity does not need anyone's permission to exist. I placed it within you from the beginning. And now I am teaching you to live courageously according to what you have been given. Walk in humility, discernment, and peace. Because this awakening has not come so that you may display yourself before the world, but so that you will stop hiding the light that has always been waiting to shine through your life. You have carried too much upon your shoulders, trying to explain every event and accepting responsibilities that never belonged to you. I know how often you have awakened with a heavy mind, thinking about everything that must be completed while also worrying about things that have not yet happened. You believe that if you did not control every detail, everything would fall into confusion, that if you did not force yourself to become stronger, the people around you would be disappointed, and that if you stopped holding everything together for even a moment, the future would become unsafe. But today, I tell you to lay down that weight. You were not created to hold every problem of life in your limited hands. There are things that require your action, but there are also things you must learn to return to me. Maturity is not found only in how much you can accomplish, but also in your ability to recognize what belongs to you and what must be placed within my care. When I say that I am providing for you, it does not mean everything will always appear in the form you imagined. Sometimes you expect a door to open, but I send you along a different road. You wait for help from one person, but I cause support to come from an entirely unexpected place. You ask for an immediate answer, but I give you peace to continue waiting. My provision is not limited to the possibilities you can see. I can use an ordinary encounter, a timely idea, a small opportunity, or an unexpected change to lead you into a safer place. What you need will arrive at the appropriate time and in the appropriate way. It may not always resemble your original desire, but it will always serve the deeper good I am building within you. There are days when you look around and believe you are lacking, while what is truly happening is that I am rearranging what belongs to you. You often see only the empty space, but I see what is being prepared to fill it. You see only a closed door, while I see the dangerous road behind it. You feel only the delay, while I know that if something arrived too soon, you might not yet be steady enough to preserve it. Therefore, do not quickly conclude that silence means you have been forgotten. Some of the most important work is accomplished quietly, like a seed resting beneath the earth before it rises as a green shoot. You cannot see the process, but that does not mean nothing is moving. There will come moments when you look back in amazement and realize that the things that once kept you awake at night never truly reached you. The frightening situations you created in your mind did not happen. The waves you believed would sweep you away passed only around you. You will understand that a hand was keeping you steady even when you were unaware of it. Certain disasters were redirected. Unhealthy relationships removed themselves. Wrong decisions were prevented, and dangerous paths closed before you entered them. Then you will no longer call every ending a loss, because you will have learned that my protection sometimes takes the form of rejection. I never abandoned you when I redirected your steps. I did not ignore your prayers when I withheld what you desired. I simply saw what your eyes could not yet see and knew what would sustain you over the long journey. Some things look beautiful from a distance, but contain exhaustion when you draw near. Some invitations make you feel recognized, but require you to exchange your peace. Some people you wish to keep would pull you back into old patterns. Because I love you, I do not always permit everything you ask for to enter your life. True love does not only give, it also restrains, redirects, and protects. You are entering a season in which provision will gradually become more visible, but before it appears outwardly, I want you to recognize that provision has already been present throughout your journey. It was the strength you received on days when you believed you could not rise. It was the discernment that helped you avoid a hasty decision. It was the courage that enabled you to say no to what no longer suited you. It was a person who appeared to listen during a lonely time. A small door that opened while every larger path remained silent. And the peace that stayed even before your circumstances changed. Do not search for my care only in great things. Recognize it in every quiet detail that has kept you moving forward. I know there are many questions within you that have never been spoken aloud. You wonder how you will manage if a plan fails. You worry whether what you possess will be enough for tomorrow. You look at the obstacles ahead and ask yourself how you could possibly overcome them. At times, you fear that you have gone too far, begun too late, or missed the right moment. But I do not require you to possess every answer. You need only remain faithful to the step before you. When you try to see too far ahead, fear grows because you begin carrying burdens that have not yet arrived. Return to today. Do what you can with integrity. And then give me what you cannot control. Trust does not mean that you stop thinking, preparing, or acting. Trust means doing your part without believing that you, alone, determine every outcome. You must still work diligently. Use wisdom. Manage what has been entrusted to you, and learn from mistakes. But you do not need to turn effort into obsession. You do not have to run until you are exhausted, simply to feel worthy of care. Nor do you need to use anxiety as proof that you are responsible. Anxiety does not make tomorrow more certain. It only steals the peace of today. Act with focus, but rest in the knowledge that your life is not sustained by your ability alone. When you return control to me, you are not stepping into an empty unknown. You are entering a plan greater than your present vision. This does not mean everything will be revealed immediately. Sometimes you will receive only enough light for one step. And after that step is completed, the next direction will become visible. I guide you this way so that you may learn to live in my presence instead of clinging only to a fixed map. If everything were laid out before you, you might depend more upon the plan than upon me. But when you must walk one day at a time, trust becomes a living connection that enables you to remain calm even in the midst of uncertainty. Not one breath you take is meaningless. Not one sincere step is forgotten. And not one painful lesson must pass without the possibility of producing something good. The difficulties you faced taught you to recognize your limits. Distinguish sincere people from those who come only for benefit. And understand that peace is more precious than trying to win every argument. They also helped you become more compassionate toward those who are struggling in silence. Had you never known pain, you might easily judge the pain of others. Had you never waited, you might not understand the weariness of someone longing for an answer. I do not call every hardship good, but I can take what once wounded you and use it to form wisdom and mercy within you. Therefore, do not curse the difficult roads you traveled. They are not places where you need to live again, but they helped create the steadiness you now possess. You are no longer someone who collapses easily under rejection. You have learned to rise without requiring everyone to understand. You now know that one failed plan does not mean your whole future has closed. This maturity is itself part of my provision. Because I do not only give you things to use, I also shape you into someone wise enough to preserve, develop, and share what has been given. From today onward, whenever the weight begins to return to your shoulders, stop and ask whether it is truly yours to carry. If something must be done, do it calmly. If something must be corrected, correct it humbly. But if it is fear concerning an outcome that has not yet come, lay it down. If it is a responsibility created by someone else's choices, do not seize it. If it is a door I have closed, do not exhaust yourself trying to break the lock. You do not need to prove strength by carrying everything alone. True strength is sometimes revealed most clearly when you trust enough to release what you cannot control. Continue with lighter shoulders and a quieter heart. My beloved child, what you need has not been lost. The time appointed for you has not been given to someone else, and your path has not been left to chance. I am guiding, correcting, and preparing what is right. Even during days when you see no clear evidence, care well for what you already have. Remain faithful to what has been entrusted to you, and stop punishing yourself for not possessing every answer. I have seen the end of the journey while you are standing only at one turning point. Therefore, you can walk without fear, work without despair, and wait without losing hope. Your life is being upheld by care greater than your understanding, and every passing day is bringing you closer to the clarity, steadiness, and fullness I have prepared. You have diminished your value for too long, until that quiet doubt became a wall preventing you from entering the life I prepared for you. Every time you denied your own ability, questioned the road you were walking, or made your voice smaller so that others would not feel uncomfortable, you unknowingly moved away from the noble nature I placed within you. You once believed humility meant standing back, giving every place of light to someone else, and hiding the gifts you carry. But my beloved child, true humility is not the rejection of your value. It is the recognition that every good thing within you has a purpose and must be used with love, discernment, and responsibility. I do not want you to become proud, but neither do I want you to continue living as though there is nothing precious within you. Between these two extremes is a pure path where you can walk gently yet firmly. Listen without losing your voice, and love without betraying yourself. There were years when you became accustomed to seeing yourself through the eyes of others. One word of criticism remained in your mind longer than hundreds of encouraging words. One small failure was enough to make you question whether you truly belonged in the path you were pursuing. You used moments of weakness to form conclusions about your entire identity, allowing temporary mistakes to become names you placed upon yourself. I saw every one of those moments. I saw you remain silent when something needed to be spoken, refuse opportunities because you feared you were not capable enough, and enter rooms hoping to be accepted instead of knowing that you already possessed value. But now I am drawing you out of that distorted vision. The distance between you and the truth is becoming smaller. The first rays of recognition are already appearing in the way you think, the way you rise, and the way you stop apologizing for your presence. Before long, what is now only a fragile awareness will become a clarity no one can take from you. What will astonish you in the coming time is not only what you are capable of doing, but the realization that your presence in this world was never an accident. You were not made carelessly, nor were you placed upon this journey without direction. Every quality within you, every sincere longing, and everything that causes your heart to respond to pain or beauty carries meaning. Even the things you once viewed as disadvantages can become instruments that help you understand others more deeply. The sensitivity that once caused you to be easily wounded will help you notice what others overlook. The lonely seasons that once saddened you will teach you how to accompany those who feel forgotten. The times you had to begin again will make you capable of strengthening those who stand in the middle of brokenness. I waste no part of your story. I am connecting it all to form someone with depth, compassion, and enough courage to enter their purpose. Therefore, do not look upon former adversity as evidence that you are unloved or unchosen. It did not come to define you by pain, but to build the layers of strength you will need for the road ahead. Every time you were pushed to your limit and still found a way to rise, you developed an ability that comfort could never have taught you. Every time you continued without receiving praise, you learned not to depend upon approval. Every season, when you did not understand what was happening, trained you to walk by trust rather than only by sight. You thought you were being slowed down, but I was deepening the foundation. You believed others were passing far ahead, while I was preparing you for a journey that could not be supported by something shallow. What I place in your hands will require endurance, awareness, and the ability to remain steady through change. Therefore, your preparation could not be rushed. There were times when life seemed to be held behind a door that refused to open. You tried, prayed, waited, and then tried again. But the outcome appeared unchanged. That delay caused you to wonder whether you had missed your opportunity or chosen the wrong direction. Yet beneath the still surface, I never stopped working. I kept you from entering places that looked attractive, but would have drawn you away from your true purpose. I allowed certain plans to disappear because they were suited only to an older version of you. I created distance between you and certain people, not because you were unworthy of love, but because their influence would have caused you to continue doubting yourself. Many things you called loss were actually release from paths too small for your future. I arranged things silently so that when the time of movement arrived, you would no longer be held back by what could not continue with you. Now the mist is gradually lifting from the road before you. Questions that once confused you will begin to find answers. Not always through lengthy explanations, but through a deep understanding that enables you to know what to do next. Uncertainty is giving way to discernment. The fear of rejection is losing its power as you recognize that not every closed door is an insult. Some places did not receive you simply because they could not contain what I am developing within you. You will no longer chase every invitation merely to prove that you have value. You will know how to choose what agrees with your peace, dignity, and calling. The confidence I am building within you is not loud, does not boast, and does not seek to rise above others. It is the steadiness of one who understands who they are, knows where they are being led, and is no longer easily shaken by opinions that change each day. Your true identity is most clearly revealed in the way you rise after times when you believed you could not continue. You endured moments that could have made a person bitter, yet you preserved the ability to care. You were misunderstood, but you did not allow it to turn you into someone completely closed. You watched plans fall apart and still found a reason to hope. This ability is evidence that the strength within you does not come from personal will alone. I was beside you Each time you thought you were walking alone, I placed within you just enough light for the next step. Then added another measure of courage when you felt almost empty. You are not weak because you once cried, nor are you lost because there were times when you did not know where to go. A strong person is not one who has never been shaken, but one who returns to truth each time fear leads them away. You are not ordinary, despite what old words once caused you to believe. You carry a light that does not need to appear upon a large stage in order to possess value. Sometimes that light is present in the way you patiently listen to someone in pain, in the gentle words you offer to someone who has lost faith, or in the way you choose integrity when no one is watching. There are places where darkness does not require thunder in order to be pushed back. It needs only one person to enter with sincerity, peace, and courage. You are someone capable of bringing clarity into places covered by confusion. You can remind others of their value because you once had to learn how to rediscover your own. What you overcame did not diminish you. It gave you a more genuine voice, a deeper heart, and hands that know how to lift others without judgment. From today onward, I want you to stop speaking about yourself in ways that weaken you. Do not continue calling yourself incapable, unfortunate, or always behind everyone else. Let your words begin to agree with what I am doing. You may not yet see the whole new version of yourself, but you are no longer the person of former seasons. Walk as someone learning to reclaim their rightful place, not competing, not displaying themselves, but also not stepping back merely to make others comfortable. I am teaching you to lift your head while keeping your heart tender, to stand upright without becoming rigid, and to use strength without losing kindness. The day you fully recognize who you are, you will no longer need to persuade anyone. The peace in your presence, the clarity in your words, and the consistency of your choices will become the evidence. My beloved child, step out of the shadow you once created for yourself. I did not call you to live small. I called you to live truthfully, attentively, and courageously, so that the light I placed within you may shine in the very places it was created to touch.